everyone, my name is Mary Beth. Welcome to my channel. So today we're going to ask the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine, what is triggering the separation at this time? So just know this is a collective reading, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. Also, please know that this is a timeless reading, so whenever you click on this, it is the right time for you. We are going to use the Twin Flame Journey Tarot for the Divine Feminine. We're going to use the Psychic Tarot deck for the Divine Masculine. Sorry for the very loud car next door. Please feel free to switch roles if you identify more so with the other side, as we are both the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. Okay, so we're going to ask today what is triggering separation. So let's ask the Divine Masculine first. So what is triggering separation at this time, please? What is triggering separation for the Divine Masculines? What's triggering separation for the Divine Masculine sides at this time? What is triggering? What is triggering? Two cards. What's triggering for the Divine Masculine? Okay. So we have the Tower card. So that makes sense. So right now there's a clearing going on. So I think this is happening with the whole world, honestly. So obviously whatever's going on in the world, we can certainly ask for more clarification as to exactly what's happening. But there's some kind of clearing and some kind of disruption. And it is probably the way, okay, so a good way to explain this is that the version that you had dated before, it will not, he or she will not be the same version the next time. Let's put it that way. So the old them is going away and the new them is appearing. Okay, and then yes, because they're gaining more power right now. This is the 8. This is the strength card. So this is why they're gaining more strength right now from the Tower. Okay. So let's ask the Divine Feminine. Okay, what is triggering separation at this time, please? 2 cards. What is triggering two cards? What is triggering separation, I should say? 2 cards. What is triggering separation for the Divine Feminine, please? What is triggering separation? Yeah. So what's triggering separation for the Divine Feminine is there's this scarcity mindset, and they're kind of, questioning this foundation. So the 4 of Wands is reversed. So they're questioning if they even want this, and they have this mindset of, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So because of that, that would trigger the separation. So this is a soul relationship. So the way this works is that, you need to build a relationship with your soul first, okay? And it's your soul that will appear in the body, okay? So that's how this works. So it's really not about the person first, it's about your soul. So yeah, you're right. This person is probably not going to show until you build this firm foundation with yourself, which is the soul. Okay, so you got to do that first. You got to build that firm foundation. Okay, so let's ask the Divine Masculine again. What is triggering separation at this time? What is triggering separation for the Divine Masculine at this time? What is triggering? 2 cards, please. What is triggering separation for the Divine Masculine side, please? What is triggering? Yeah. So on the Divine Masculine side, we have the Lover's card and the waiting game. And so it's like they're just waiting for this to happen. So again, that's not what this is about. Sometimes I'll hear people say, oh, I'm in surrender. That's not what this is about. This is not about being in surrender and waiting it out. No, this is there's stuff to be done. It's an energetic connection. It's about clearing out the old energies. Okay, it's about this. Okay, it's about a clearing. Okay, it's not easy, all right, because this is how to become the divine feminine, divine masculine. We don't get to be the divine feminine, divine masculine by just waiting. So it's all about this, and so you're clear. You're not only clearing out your energies, but then you're integrating that which your wounded selves and your gifted selves, that type of thing. Your healed selves, your wounded selves, that type of thing. Your inner child, your ancestors, your past lives, all those things. If you want to understand more about that, check out my course, which is down below. Okay, this doesn't come from just waiting. Okay, it comes from the clearing. Okay, so let's look at the divine feminine. What's triggering separation on the divine feminine side? What's triggering? What's triggering? What is triggering separation? 2 cards, please. What's triggering separation of the divine feminine side? 2 cards, please. Yeah. So, well, a painful ending, obviously, is well, it's bringing a breakthrough. It's bringing an awareness. So, I'm sorry. This is Ace of Swords and Ten of Swords. So yeah, so with the Ten of Swords, obviously there was some kind of painful ending, probably had to do with the relationship. And it's funny because even when you're not in separation, the relationship is kind of painful, okay, because it, like I said, you have to build a relationship with your soul first. So the relationship with your soul is the utmost importance to become the divine masculine and the divine feminine first. Okay, so what's going on with the divine feminines though is that they're having this great awakening due to this painful ending. They probably wouldn't have had this awakening without diving into the shadows, which is what they did. So they're with their shadows, but that's what the divine feminine is supposed to do. Okay, dive into the shadows to learn more. Okay, so this is where we learn the most. Okay, so we can't really. It's hard to be in a relationship with your twin flame during that type of clearing. Okay, I shouldn't say clearing, during this type of awakening. Because you get distracted, right? Because you got to put a lot of effort into the relationship when the effort needs to be more inner work going in towards your soul. Okay. All right. So let's get some more. So actually, let's ask. What are they telling me? Should I ask one more? What's triggering? We'll do one more. What's triggering, and then we'll get some guidance. One more. What's triggering the separation between the divine masculine side? 2 cards. What is triggering for the divine masculine at this time? I guess I'm asking what is triggering. What is triggering? Okay, yeah. Yep. So for the divine masculine, we got magician, and we got hangman reversed. Right. So they're having they're having a new point of view here, right, with the hangman reversed. Okay, so they're seeing everything from a different point of view, the divine masculine, and so they're awakening their crown here. Okay, so they're having, again, same thing, it's a mirror. Okay, it's a mirror. So the divine masculine and divine feminine are having some sort of awareness. Okay. So it is a sacrifice, obviously. And so I guess for some, they're kind of getting, they don't, what's the word I want to say? They feel like they're tired. Okay, they're a bit tired of the sacrifice, that's for sure. But nonetheless, they're having an awareness, okay, on the divine masculine side. Okay, and then with the divine feminine, we'll do 2 more cards, and then we'll get some guidance. And then we'll get messages between the divine masculine and the divine feminine, what they want to say to each other. Okay, so 2 cards. 2 cards, please. What is triggering the divine feminine? 2 cards. What is triggering? Yeah. So what's triggering the divine feminine is the memories of your twin flame, but Believe me when I say this, divine feminines, when you are back with your twin flame, it is not the same version that you had before. Okay. So, even though the person may look like them, the person may sound like them, it's probably not going to be the same version of them. There's a different version of your twin flame based on your own vibration. Okay. And so, but yes, I totally understand this. So it's the memories that are triggering the divine feminine, right? And they want this reunion, Six of Cups. Okay. And then we also have Nine of Swords, right? So the Nine of Swords, that's about having a bit of anxiety, just in this card, they call it self-sabotage, just kind of, maybe up at night, trying to think about what, not sleeping, just thinking, overthinking, what's happening, why is this happening? That type of thinking. Okay, so let's get some guidance. Okay, so let's start with the divine masculine. What's the guidance for the divine masculine? We'll do one card. One card, please. What is the guidance for the divine masculine, please? What is the guidance, please, for the divine masculine? One card. Guidance for the divine masculine. Okay, so we have We Are the World reversed. That's very interesting. I'm going to need a clarifier on this one. Why is We Are the World reversed? Well, okay, so what they're telling me is that this is why this is what's not being worked on right now. It's not okay. That's what they're telling me. It's not being worked on by the divine masculine. So what they're telling me is that this is something that we get this card a lot on this channel. And so really, when you talk about being in union with your twin flame, it's about being in union with yourself, which we are all one. So it's really about being in union with everyone. Your twin flame feels more loved by you when you feel compassionate towards others, which I know is hard to do. Very, very, very hard. Especially with these days with all the divide. So, but that's why twin flames are here. Okay. And so it's reversed because this is still being worked on. It's not quite. It's what are they telling me? It's not quite. It's like they're not even working on it yet, is what they're telling me. So that's for the divine masculine. So, but we also have the innocent card. So the divine masculines are actually very well. Okay, it's twofold. It's very twofold. So one of the things they're telling me is that the divine masculine's innocent. Okay, it's not what you think. They're not out partying and having a great time, and it's just not what you think. They're very innocent, and it's actually an exact mirror. So actually, if you're partying, they're partying. It's like that type of thing. But the other part of this card is about the innocence of the guidance. So the guidance is being in the now moment and just enjoying everything that, like, do you remember being a child and remember like looking into a bug's eyes or playing in the dirt or whatever it was you did, or like you would just stare at a sunset, or just you're in awe of things. It's just like being that childlike self again, where time just didn't seem to move if you're as old as me. Time kind of stood still all summer long. So that's what this is. So it's just about that innocence of enjoying everything around you. Your twin flame feels more loved by you when you're in the now, just enjoying everything. Why? You may ask, why is that, Mary Beth? Well, it's because this is a soul relationship, and being in a relationship with your soul is what's key to being in twin flame union. Okay, so let's look at the divine feminine now. What is the guidance for the divine feminine? What is the guidance, please, for the divine feminine? I guess we'll do two cards, since we did two cards on that one. Two cards. 2 cards for guidance. What's the guidance, please, for the divine feminine, please? What is the guidance? Especially if they're overthinking and they're having some not being able to sleep very well. Yeah, it's like, all right, so we have exhaustion reversed and we have breakthrough reversed. So it's kind of the same thing, right? It's kind of like this is what is not being worked on, I guess, the breakthrough. So it's like this is what we need. This is what the divine feminines need, is that it's like the divine feminine's okay, what are they telling me here? It's like the divine feminine is like over the exhaustion. They're just like over it. They're just like, oh my God, it's just like enough is enough. And it's almost like the breakthrough is almost here. It's like the breakthrough's right there. It's like don't give up just before the breakthrough. It's like you're about to have the breakthrough. I always recommend the emotion code, because when you do the emotion code and you really start releasing those types of energies outside of it, your mind clears and you see things very differently. It really is all in the perspective. Trust me, I get it. I totally get it. But it looks like the divine feminines, it's like your breakthrough is so close. But let me get another one. What is the guidance for the divine feminine? What is the guidance, please? Whoops. I need all the cards. What is the guidance for the divine feminine? What is the guidance? One card. Yeah. Now it's all coming out reversed because I feel like it's not being worked on. It's like these are, it's like, so to do the past life work, it's the same thing as doing the inner child work. It's all the same. It's work. Again, like I've said before, this is not about a waiting game. This is not about surrender. That's not what this is. This is becoming the divine. There's work to be done to become the divine. Well, how do we do that, Mary Beth? Well, in order to become the divine, is that you must do the inner child work, and you must do the again, this is my perspective. You may have a different perspective, but it's healing work. So it's like you're healing your own past lives, you're healing your own inner child, you're healing your own wounds. Okay. And because everything's a mirror, and unfortunately your twin flame can only mirror back to you what's inside of you. So any woundings that you're probably not even conscious of, you're probably not conscious of it because it's from your past lives. Like you don't even know it's there. Like you have no clue that it even exists. And so unfortunately your soul does, and this is a soul relationship. So even though we're not conscious of it, it's in your subconscious mind. And therefore it needs to be cleared because your subconscious mind is directing your entire life. Your subconscious mind is creating your life, and it's leading you with this relationship. So the subconscious mind is where the work needs to be done. It's not the conscious mind, it's the subconscious mind. That's where everything needs to be healed and cleared, because that's where the wounds are. Again, if you want to check out my course, if you're interested, if you want to email me about my course, I really dive deep into this, because your life will actually change. You won't even feel a need to even ask about your twin flame anymore once you look at my course. You won't even really. In a way you will, but not in the same way as you would normally. You would ask about your twin flame in a very different way. Let's put it that way. Okay, so now let's go ahead and let's get messages. So let's start with, let's use this deck. Let's use this deck for the divine masculine. Let's use this deck for the divine masculine. Let's get some. Let's get some messages. 2 cards, please. 2 cards. Let's get 2 messages from the divine masculine to the divine feminine. Let's get 2 messages from the Divine Masculine to the Divine Feminine. 2 cards from the Divine Masculine. All right. Beautiful. It says, I am working towards a better future. For the Divine Masculine, I am working towards a better future. Yeah, like I said, this makes total sense because look, they're gaining strength, right? And how are they gaining strength? Well, they're gaining strength through this tower. Like they're old them. Now, again, for the viewer, if you identify with the Divine Feminine, just know it's a mirror to you. So as you grow, your twin flame grows. Your twin flame has no choice but to grow when you grow. But your twin flame has no choice but to get more shadowy the more shadowy you become. And not in a bad way, but in such a way where it's just like your wounds are coming up to say hello, to say, hey, you didn't heal me yet. And the next one was, you've all I've ever wanted. You're all I've ever wanted. That's beautiful. So the Divine Masculine wants the Divine Feminine to know, you're all that I've ever wanted. Let's look at the Divine Feminine. What does the Divine Feminine want the Divine Masculine to know at this time? What does the Divine Feminine want the Divine Masculine to know? 2 cards, please. 2 cards. What does the Divine Feminine want the Divine Masculine to know? Well, the Divine Feminine says, if I knew then what I know now, I would have made different choices. That's interesting. So that's what the Divine Feminine wants the Divine Masculine to know, but they also want you to know that you have been in my dreams. You have been in my dreams, from the Divine Feminine to the Divine Masculine. All right. That's all I have. If you're interested in a 10-minute free reading, just let me know that you subscribed. I'm offering 10-minute free readings for all of my new subscribers. And so you can email me at twinflamealchemisttarot@gmail.com if you're interested. If you're interested in a regular reading or my course, you can check that out below. Thank you so much for joining me. I am so appreciative of all my new subscribers. And if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. And thank you so much for doing that and supporting my channel. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye.